We live in a world where words can sting more than actions. Insults can come from friends, family, strangers, or even ourselves. But here's the truth. You have the power to rise above them. In this 20-lesson series, we explore the timeless art of handling insults, calmly, wisely, and with grace. Lesson 1. Understand the power of words. Words can wound or heal. The first step in handling insults is recognizing their psychological power. When someone insults you, they are trying to provoke a reaction. Understand that the insult itself is not what causes pain. It's your interpretation of it. Once you learn to detach meaning from insult, you reclaim your power. This doesn't mean ignoring all negative feedback, but learning to filter what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Mastering your mind is your first defense. Lesson 2. Don't take it personally. When someone hurls an insult, remember, it often reflects more about them than you. People insult out of jealousy, insecurity, or a desire to control. Realize that insults are rarely about the truth. They're about projection. When you choose not to internalize their words, you build an emotional shield. Detachment isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Remind yourself, this is their issue, not mine. Stay rooted in your self-worth and watch their words lose power. Lesson 3. Pause before you react. Insults demand your attention, but not your reaction. When you respond in anger or pain, you hand the insulter control over your emotions. Instead, pause. Take a deep breath. Let the moment pass. That small gap between stimulus and response is your power. Practice this pause and you create space for reason. Over time, you'll notice that your ability to remain calm in the face of insult becomes your greatest strength. Lesson 4. Respond with calm or silence. Silence is often the most disarming response to an insult. When you don't react, you deny the insulter the satisfaction they seek. If you must respond, do it with calm clarity. Say, "That's your opinion," or "Thanks for sharing," and move on. The goal is not to win the argument, but to rise above it. Your dignity is your armor. Let your composure speak louder than your words. Lesson 5. Use humor to disarm. Humor is a powerful tool. When used wisely, it diffuses tension and shows confidence. Responding to an insult with a witty remark, not at the other's expense, but with lightness, can flip the situation. It tells the world you are unshaken. Self-deprecating humor also works wonders. It shows you're comfortable with yourself. When you laugh at an insult, it loses its edge, and suddenly the insulter looks like the fool. Lesson 6. Reframe the insult as feedback. Not every insult is useful, but some contain hidden insights. Ask yourself, is there a grain of truth in what was said? If so, you can extract that truth and discard the rest. Reframing insults as potential feedback turns a painful moment into a learning opportunity. This doesn't mean the delivery was right, but you rise above the tone and focus on the content. Growth-minded people can take even a poorly spoken truth and grow from it. That's real strength. Lesson 7. Strengthen your inner voice. The loudest insults are often not from others, but from ourselves. That inner critic can echo every insult we've ever heard. To handle external insults, you must master your internal dialogue. Replace self-criticism with self-compassion. Say to yourself, I am learning, growing, and worthy. Create an inner voice that speaks truth and encouragement. When your inner foundation is solid, no external insult can shake you. Lesson 8. Set boundaries. Firmly handling insults doesn't mean enduring abuse. You have the right to set boundaries. If someone is persistently disrespectful, let them know, I won't tolerate being spoken to this way. Say it calmly but clearly. Setting boundaries is not aggression, it's self-respect. People will test your limits, especially if you've never enforced them before. Stay consistent. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. Choose dignity over drama. Lesson 9. Practice emotional detachment. Emotional detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop overreacting. Learn to observe your emotions like a witness, rather than being consumed by them. When insulted, notice your reaction. I feel anger. I feel hurt. Then breathe. Name it. Don't become it. Over time, you'll notice the sting of insults lessening. Detachment creates emotional resilience. It allows you to remain centered, even in storms of criticism. Lesson 10. Build a life bigger than insults. When your life is full of purpose, insults become background noise. Fill your life with meaningful goals, strong relationships, creativity, and learning. The more you focus on growth, the less energy you have to waste on petty slights. Small minds thrive on conflict. Great minds rise above it. Lesson 11. Use humor as a shield. Humor is a powerful tool against insults. When someone throws an insult your way, responding with lighthearted wit can diffuse tension and shift the power dynamic. It shows you're unshaken and often catches the insulter off guard. You don't have to be a comedian. Just a simple, clever response can send the message, "I'm not rattled." Humor builds rapport with bystanders and protects your peace. Laughter turns poison into playfulness. It's the sign of a confident, flexible mind. Lesson 12. Reflect, don't react. Reactions are immediate. Reflection is intentional. When insulted, train yourself to pause. Count to 5. Take a breath. Ask yourself, what is really happening here? Often, the insult isn't about you. It's about the speaker's stress, insecurity, or need for control. Reflection helps you see the insult in context. This clarity gives you options: to speak, to disengage, to redirect. You regain control when you delay reaction and choose response. Lesson 13. Strengthen your core values. Insults lose their sting when you're anchored in your values. Ask, who am I? What do I stand for? When your identity is rooted in deep values, integrity, kindness, resilience, surface-level attacks can't shake you. The more you live your values, the more confident you become in your worth. Insults may still come, but they'll bounce off your core like pebbles against armor. Know yourself, and no one else can define you. Lesson 14. Understand the power of silence. Silence is often the most powerful response to an insult. It confuses the insulter, denies them validation, and gives you time to stay calm. Not every insult deserves your energy. Silence can express disapproval, dignity, or indifference. It is not weakness, it's wisdom. When words are cheap, silence is gold. Learn to master it, and you'll gain immense control in emotional confrontations. Lesson 15. Channel pain into power. Insults can hurt, but that pain can be fuel. Use it to build mental strength, discipline, and purpose. The gym, the journal, the canvas, the classroom, these are places where pain is transformed. Many great minds turned rejection into genius. You don't have to prove anyone wrong to feel worthy, but you can prove yourself right by rising. Let insults sharpen your focus, not dull your spirit. Lesson 16. Build emotional detachment. Emotional detachment doesn't mean apathy. It means clarity. It's the ability to observe your feelings without becoming ruled by them. When insulted, emotional detachment helps you see the words for what they are: external stimuli, not reflections of your true self. You can think, this is their opinion. It's not my truth. This mental distance gives you peace and power. You respond wisely, not wildly. Cultivate detachment through mindfulness, journaling, or simple self-talk. It's a skill that will protect your inner world in every kind of storm. Lesson 17. Practice assertive communication. Handling insults isn't about silence or aggression, it's about assertiveness. That means standing up for yourself calmly, confidently, and respectfully. You can say, I don't appreciate that comment, or let's keep this respectful. It's not about dominating, it's about declaring your boundaries. Assertiveness earns respect and stops patterns of verbal disrespect. It's the voice of inner strength, not ego, not fear. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Lesson 18. Don't take it personally. This may be the hardest lesson, but one of the most liberating. Most insults say more about the insulter than about you. People insult to deflect, project, or feel superior. The moment you take it personally, you accept their judgment. But if you can say, that's their issue, not mine, you reclaim your freedom. Even personal-sounding insults are usually about the other person's worldview, pain, or perception. Don't give them the keys to your emotional world. Let their words fall flat. You are not their mirror. Lesson 19. Surround yourself with uplifting people. Handling insults becomes easier when your environment supports you. Spend time with people who see your worth, who speak with kindness, who challenge you respectfully. Uplifting people remind you that insults are the exception, not the rule. They reinforce your value, and when you believe you are respected, you become less vulnerable to disrespect. Curate your circle. Healthy relationships are your emotional armor and your source of strength. Lesson 20. Keep evolving. The ultimate response to insult? Growth. When others try to tear you down, let it motivate you to rise higher. Every insult can be a signal about your triggers, your values, or the kind of world you want to help build. Let them teach you resilience, patience, and wisdom. Every insult you overcome makes you stronger, calmer, and more aware. You're not here to be perfect or praised by all. You're here to evolve. That is your power. Keep rising.